President-elect Donald Trump says he will attend former President Jimmy Carter's funeral. That will happen 1 week from today at Washington National Cathedral. The public will first be allowed to pay their respects at the Carter Center in his home state of Georgia. Carter will also lay in state at the U.S. Capitol before the funeral. He died on Sunday at 100 years old. Skyler Henry joins us right now from outside the Carter Center in Atlanta. Great to see you. A special place, the Carter Center and the Presidential Library. I've been there many times. Former President Donald Trump expected to now attend the funeral. What do you know about the process of bringing the former president's remains to Washington and how he's going to get here and how this is all being orchestrated?
Yeah, Bob, well, this will start on Saturday, where the Carter family, along with members of the Secret Service, both past and present for the former president, will be at the Phoebe Sumter Medical Center in Americus. He will then be transported via motorcade to Plains, Georgia, where there will be a moment of silence and also an opportunity for a bell to be rung 39 times, signifying his being the 39th president of the United States, just outside of his boyhood home and farm there in Plains. He will then travel 140 miles here to downtown Atlanta, where top state officials will pay their respects here at the state capitol before being brought here to the Carter Center and Presidential Library. There will be a private ceremony here before the public will have the opportunity to pay their respects, where Carter will lie in repose for several days. He will then be brought to Washington, D.C. From there, we anticipate more opportunities for the public to pay their respects. He will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol before that ceremony and state funeral on January 9th, where we anticipate, as you pointed out, President-elect Trump, along with other former presidents, to be in attendance. President Biden delivering that eulogy. After that, he will be brought back here to Georgia. There will then be another private ceremony before he will be buried alongside his wife, Rosalind, just outside of their home there in Plains.
And what are you learning about Plains, Georgia, and Atlanta, such a history of Carter coming out of South Georgia, how they're thinking about this event, the remembrance of Jimmy Carter, the 39th president? It's been thought about really for decades, since Carter started to reach an elderly age years ago.
Yeah, this is something, Bob, that many around here especially knew was coming, but there is a combination of both grief and pride, right? Just considering the work that has been done here at the Carter Center, especially in the name of policy, health, peace, and democracy all around the globe. And so when we have spoken with volunteers, staff members, all of whom have grown to know the president and first lady intimately, they talked about the times that they have shared, the memories that they have had, and also the impact that he has had not only on the city of Atlanta or the state of Georgia, but really the globe in and of itself. And so I think as the Carters began to move into their later stages of life, especially when we were here last year for the funeral for former First Lady Rosalind Carter, we then started to get a sense of just how much the Carters meant to so many around here. Now that President Carter has passed, that sentiment continues to remain the same, and it really has been something to see as we've been here, seeing all of the people who've come out to lay flowers down, put down jars of peanuts, come out to put down helmets for representing the Habitat for Humanity volunteer work that President Carter did so much of in his second act, if you will. I think many people here saying that they simply wanted to pay their respects to a man who did so much for them.
Skyler Henry, thank you. We appreciate your reporting. We'll be keeping close tabs on everything that has to do with former President Jimmy Carter in the coming days.